Hi, Layla.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well. I'm so excited to see you. I love your beautiful red hair. It's like my favorite color. So,
Thank you so much.
oh no, no problem. Sorry. So I wanted, but the first thing I wanted to ask you is I wanted to talk a little bit about your acting. So, why acting, and when did you start acting, and what made you want to do that?
Well, I've been acting since the age of 5 or 6,
Oh my
and
goodness.
yeah, and like local drama productions. And I think it was from then it just sort of developed. I would do different musical theatre productions, and then I think it was at the age of like 10 or 11, I got my first agent. And then I got my first professional role, which was actually Outlander.
I know. So exciting. That's
Yeah.
so
And
exciting.
then I
That's a
think
great
that,
place to start.
sorry?
That's a great place to start.
I know. And I honestly think it was that experience that really cemented my love for acting. It was such an incredible experience
Was
to
it?
start on. It was, yeah.
Yeah. How is it like? What was it like working with, the most awesome, nice people like Lauren Lyle and, Nell Hudson, I met them both. They're very sweet, lovely people.
Oh, they are. They're incredibly, incredibly nice. And I think to have them both, when I first started, they were such incredible people, just very supportive, very helpful,
Yeah.
and made my experience like so, so amazing.
When you started, like when the first time you were going on set for Outlander, were you like, did you have like a lot of feelings? Were you like, I'm prepared, I'm ready to go? Were you like, oh my God, what am I doing?
I think because I was so young, I was only 11, I just
Oh, wow.
was so excited about everything. Like, I remember just going into everywhere with big open eyes. Yeah, everything was so incredible and just nothing I'd ever experienced before.
I bet that was awesome. That's one of my
Yeah,
super mad obsessions is Outlander, not just the show. I love the show, but like the books too. Like I'm a huge reader. Did you do any prep? Did you read anything ahead of time? Or since you said you were 11, were you like, I'm just going to go in and do this?
I did as much research as I could at my age. Like, I would search like different things like Joan MacKimmie, and there was a lot of different pages that led me to some information that helped me know my character a lot
Yeah.
better. So that definitely helped a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. So Joan MacKimmie, such an interesting character, how she develops throughout the books. And I saw that you posted, I think it was like a year ago, that you were coming back. Is that for the second half of
Yeah,
season 7 or is it for 8?
it's season 7. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, great, cool. I'm very excited to see that then.
I
So
know.
that whole character and how she develops and what she wants to do with her life completely different than her sister Marcelly. So, how is that for you, like working with Sam and Katrina? And I'm sure I don't know if you're allowed to talk about those scenes or not, but I'm assuming they're going to be slightly like the book. But, it's hard to
I
tell.
can't say
Oh
much,
no,
but
okay.
yeah, too much, but I'm excited, and I think it's November 22nd.
Yes,
It
yes,
airs, yeah.
yeah.
So
We all of us Outlander fans have it all marked on our calendar. We are so ready because it seems like 7A was like, kind of a little while ago. So,
yes, yes.
yeah, I'm
I
so
know
excited.
I'm really excited.
What else did I want to ask you? Oh, so I'd like to talk about some of the other films that you did. I saw that you did a couple of different films, one called Beyond the Lake, and then another called Song of the Selkies. Can you tell me a little bit about your involvement with those films?
Yeah, so Beyond the Lake, that was, I think I filmed that in 2018.
Oh, that
Um
long ago? Okay, I thought it was
yeah, yeah, yeah. And that was basically about, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the like ancient Greek mythology. It was about, I played the character Charon, which is the ferryman.
okay.
Um and it was just sort of, it was all filmed on water, and it was
Oh, wow.
basically, yeah, yeah. So it was filmed in, I think it was Loch in Scotland, and I had to learn how to canoe. And yeah, that was an it was
Oh,
incredible.
cool.
I know.
Did you love it?
That was a really incredible experience. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds
yeah,
like it. And then what's a song of the Selkies? I mean, I know what a
yeah.
Selkie is, but
Did you say you do know or you don't know
well,
what a
I know
selkie?
what a Selkie is, yes. But
Yes, yeah,
I mean, I
yeah,
didn't see the movie. I'd love to though, of course.
yeah. I know. So that I filmed that in 2023. So it's just now entering the film festival circuit, and that was,
Oh,
yeah, that was such an incredible film to be a part of because I love anything Scottish and Celtic folklore. I just love that, and I think the
yeah.
story of the Selkie, the folklore of the Selkie, is such a haunting and beautiful story. And it was,
It is.
yeah,
It's
and it
so
was,
interesting too.
yeah, and it was amazing to just be able to tell this story. Because there's not many films about Selkies, which
Yeah.
I find quite bizarre because it's an amazing story. So
Yeah,
yeah,
and
that
it's
was
such a
great.
big part of like Scottish. I mean, the Scottish people in Scotland itself, like that whole thing was so much folklore and
Yes.
stories and ghosts.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a story for everything. There's a charm for everything. You know, especially like throughout the Outlander novels. That like anytime Claire is like, I need, I'm feeling scared or whatever, Jamie knows a charm for it or a
Yeah.
song for it, or you put a pinch of salt over your shoulder. Like there's this whole like superstition folklore thing for Celtic, Scottish, not just Scottish, but I'm sure Irish as well. But just super like the folklore is so, so interesting. And there's a lot of really interesting books out there about it as well.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
What else do I want to ask you? Okay, so as an actor, like what has acting done for you? Like has it done like something to like change your life, or has it like made you a different person, or has it opened your eyes to things that you didn't know before? Like what kind of effect I mean, I know you're super young, but you've been doing it a long time. Has it done, had made an impact on your life?
100%. It's taught me a lot. It's definitely taught me, humility because, you're not gonna get every role you apply for. And
Right.
yeah, there can be a lot of waiting with that, but that also comes with, working hard, and keeping your love and that drive. Yeah, so it's definitely taught me all those things.
Yeah, well, I would think that anything you want to do or that you have like a really big passion for,
Oh,
sometimes you have to put like a lot out. And sometimes you don't initially get a lot back. Even with like, me wanting to do interviews, sometimes I put a lot out there, I don't get a lot back initially. And I'm like, oh, that's a bummer. And
mm,
sometimes, things come back to you and you're like, oh, and I get, there's a lot of excitement and like, you're like, this
yeah,
is why I'm doing this because I love this so much.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
So cool. What else? Oh, what inspires you? Like, are you inspired by, not just actors, but maybe it's an actor. Maybe you were inspired to act like by a movie or an actor, a person, or are you inspired by, people in your family or books or like what kind of things inspire you and like make you want to take action? And that's kind
There's
of like a hard question, but
Yeah, there's so much. I'm trying to think what first inspired me to do acting. Definitely when I would go see a lot of shows, on the West End or even in Glasgow, I think just feeling, the music and the vibrations of the music and seeing the lights and everything,
yeah,
I would just be in such awe of everything that would be going on. And I was like, wow, like I want to do this. And
yeah,
yeah, and
yeah,
even like Outlander inspired me as well when I went on that, and I was like, I would love to do this all the time. I would love to experience this all
yeah.
the time. Yeah.
Well, Outlander's a tremendous show with tremendous people. I don't know that I mean, obviously I'm not an actor and I mean, I was when I was a kid, but I would think that like every experience, every film would be different, a different feel, different people. But Outlander is just so like spectacular, down to like the clothes and the details that, that's
It's
hard. That's a
amazing.
hard act to follow.
Yeah, I know. It's amazing. Like, I remember when I first, when I was in season 3 and I had my first costume fitting, I remember it was just incredible because I'd never worn clothes like that before. And I was like, I can't believe this. Like, I get to act in this, I get to be in this. It was just incredible.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, the costumes are absolutely beautiful. So
They are.
I know. So when you're not working or acting, what kind of things do you like to do? Do you have hobbies? Do you like to read?
I do. I like to read and write. And then I'm also like really interested in classical studies, like ancient Greek. I did that
Oh,
at
wow.
yeah, I did that at school a lot, and I'm really intrigued by that. Also Latin as well. I took Latin at school, and I was
Oh, do you like, I mean, I know Latin's a dead language, but can you kind of speak it?
I can't speak it. I
Okay. Do you
can
understand it?
translate it.
Okay.
I can't speak it, but yeah, with that, I just love being able to explore something that was, well, it's a dead language, so it was like it's lost, and it was incredible to like be able to translate these stories in school and learn all these different stories. And there's a lot of ancient Greek plays that I love and I love watching. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big theater fan too, and I think Greek mythology is so interesting too. Like even like when Marvel does, Marvel movies do like Thor, not all of the Thor movies. I didn't like the last one, but most of them, I'm like, Thor and Loki and like all those themes, and it's just so, oh, I don't know.
I know.
It's like almost like you said, when you watch a show, and it's the lights and the music, and you're like, ah. It's like, when I was a kid, I was like, I wrote an essay and they were like, what do you want to be when you grow up? And I was like, I wanted to be an actress, a singer, and a mom, which now is hilarious. But, back then I was like, I want to be a singer. And like, I mean, I remember lyrics, but I'm not a singer. So, but I love music. So do you have like a favorite movie or show? Not, I mean, I know you love Outlander because we're on it. But is there like a movie that every time it comes on, you're like, I have to rewatch that? Like, I love Pride and Prejudice with like Keira Knight,
Oh, yeah. I
Matthew
think
McFadden. Like, he's the only Darcy for me. So,
yeah, I think my favorite movie, a film called Shallow Grave by Danny Boyle.
okay, I'm gonna have to look
Um,
that up.
yeah, it's Danny Boyle's the director of Trainspotting and Trainspotting 2.
Okay,
Um, and Shallow Grave, Ewan McGregor's in it. That was probably one of my favorite
is it
films. Also,
creepy? Because it kind of sounds creepy.
it's
Or is it like a suspenseful, intense kind of?
yeah, it's kind of suspenseful. It's all about like the corruption of greed, what that can do to you.
Ah,
Yeah, it's really, really interesting. I
well,
also love,
Ewan's like he's a very good actor, very
yeah,
versatile.
incredible, incredible. Yeah.
He's Scottish too, right?
He is, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So many talented people. So in keeping of the theme of music, like what kind of music do you like? Like, do you have a favorite band or certain genre?
Um,
Do you like everything?
I do like everything. My favorite band is Queen. I love,
It's Queen?
yeah.
No way, girl. I love Queen.
I
I
love
mean, not that,
Queen.
not that young people don't know good bands, but sometimes when people are younger, they're like, I don't know who that is. So
No,
that's amazing. Like, so do you love Freddie Mercury then?
yeah, yeah.
He's
Bohemian
like,
Rhapsody is also one of my favorite
oh,
films.
really? Oh my God.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
even
I
know
love
my
anything to
favorite
do with
Queen song.
Queen.
Did you ever see this horror? Okay, so it's a horrible movie because it's very, well, it's not horrible. It's like very like cheesy 80s. But did you ever see the 80s version of Flash Gordon?
Mm-mm,
Okay.
no.
So Queen does the whole soundtrack to that.
Right, okay.
Right. So the movie's like, if you watch it, you're probably gonna be like, oh, this is so bad. But this music's great. And then did you ever see the 80s version of Highlander with
Yes.
you did?
Yeah.
Okay. So you know that soundtrack. That soundtrack, which is, it's a kind of magic. Yeah, that's
Incredible.
I
Yeah.
saw that movie. I was like, I know all these songs. This is cool. Yeah, and then that whole scene, like where Christopher Lambert's going down his elevator and his assistant's looking at him and he's like, it's a kind of magic. And he like
Yeah.
winks at her and I was like, oh my God.
Yeah, I know.
Doing that movie too. I
Yes.
think it's Henry Cavill is gonna be
Yeah, he's playing the Highlander. I
on
know.
the
I'm really
cloud.
intrigued to
Oh my
see what.
gosh.
I know. I'm really
Yeah, I'm
intrigued
not a big
to see
fan
what
of
that will
sequels,
be like.
but I like Henry Cavill. I think he's a good actor. So I
Yeah,
guess we'll see. But yeah, it's super
yeah.
exciting. So okay, I just have a couple more questions for you. But one is you know, what's next for you? Are you allowed to talk about something, or if you're working on something, or is there something that you'd like to do, or a person you'd like to play?
Well, I've got um just more auditions,
You're
keeping on
busy.
acting. Yeah, I think a role I would stuff roles I would like to play, I think just anything and everything. I think
Yeah,
yeah, at the stage I'm now, I just want to experience more and learn more. I think
no,
definitely
absolutely.
I want to be able to play more, strong young female characters, because I think that's really important, that we
I would
see in
agree.
that we see in television, like, yeah,
Well,
strong young female characters.
absolutely, because sometimes you know, women get like a backseat to a lot of stories, and unfortunately objectified,
Yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
and like treated like they're like idiots and that
yeah.
they need a man to survive kind of thing, which is stupid.
Not true at all.
Yeah, right. Which is like, you know, completely
Yeah.
ridiculous. So okay, so I'm almost done, but I wanted to know if there's something unique about you that maybe your fans aren't aware of, or something you wish they knew, or you know, a little known fact. That's too personal, you don't
Mm. I'm trying to think.
have to.
Maybe I did Irish dancing
Did
for
you?
yeah, I
Oh,
did
I
Irish
love
dancing
that.
for like 7 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I
So
did.
Irish dancing is like a little different than the Scottish dancing because
Mhm.
The Irish, what I've seen, if I'm wrong, let me correct me, but their hands are less involved, their arms
Yes,
and hands. Okay.
you've got stuck to your hips. You can't move them. Whereas Highland dancing, I think you can move your
Yeah,
arms.
it's more
Yeah.
like, you know, this and that,
Yes.
the
Yes.
Highland fling and whatnot. Yeah. Yeah. How fun was that? I always think that would be fun to do. I mean, I'm a little bit older, but like I've gone and my friends and I have gone to like different Celtic or Scottish celebrations around our city. And every time I watch the dancers, I'm like, oh, I want to do that.
I
I think
was
that would be
yeah.
so much fun. Hard, but so much fun.
Oh yeah, it was so fun, but it was a lot of hard work. A lot of hard.
You train a
Yeah,
lot for that. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. But I remember it was just a really fun thing to do, because I did it when I was quite young. But there would be like a feis every month or so that you would travel to go to, and you would get your hair all done, and yeah,
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah. It seems like every time I go, I'm like, filled with so much. And I'm like, oh, I could do that. I mean, I don't know if I can do that, but I mean, I see some older than me, not to be, you know, ageist in any way, but older than ladies, you know, doing like Scottish square dancing or whatever. And like some of them are like over 70. I'm guessing. But you know,
Wow.
it's like, it's kind of amazing. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
well, if they could do that, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it's in my future. We will see. What else did I want to ask you? I lost my train of thought. Is there like one actress or actor that you every time you see them you have to go see whatever they are doing? Are you like, you know, do you have like favorites, like idols or heroes?
Ooh, a few. Definitely Saoirse Ronan at the moment. I
I'm
think
sorry,
Saoirse Ronan.
I don't know who that is.
She's in Little Women.
I know. You know what? That's because I didn't know that's how her first name was pronounced.
I might be pronouncing it wrong,
Oh,
but
no, that's okay. I don't know how to pronounce it. So yeah,
um,
she's kind of incredible.
she is incredible. Especially the roles she takes on is she's a really incredible actress.
A lot of serious roles too.
Yes, yes, yeah. I think her portrayal as Jo in Little Women was really
Yeah,
incredible.
it was really good. That
Yeah.
Little Women always is like, I mean, it's so good and it's so heartfelt, but at the same time, it's like uplifting, but it's also like kind of sad and
It's
some little
really
bit of
sad.
tragedy too, you know, and but
Yeah.
I mean, it kind of shows like really what, you know, like what happens with people in relationships and like, you know,
Hmm.
feelings and whatnot. And especially that time period is like so like people that have a lot and then people that have nothing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like, yeah. Plus, you know, Louisa May Alcott's a wonderful writer. So and
Hmm.
that movie's been done a lot.
It has. It has. Yeah.
Mm. It's cool. I'd love to see somebody else do it again. Every time it comes on, I'm like, I have to watch that. So I guess my last question would be, you know, oh gosh, I don't know. Like I just think that, you know, like I just if I could gush for a second, like I thought your role was so interesting. And I thought you did such a really good job. And I'm
Thank
just
you.
really super excited to like see how that changes, like, you know, in the second half of season 7. Like that's just and do you think that you might do like any fan events or anything like that?
I'm not sure. I
You haven't
mean,
been asked yet?
no, but
Oh, I so want to go to a fan event and like see you. I think that'd be so much fun.
I would love to. I would be very open to it because the love I've gotten from the fans it's been amazing.
Oh, yeah, it's such a
Yeah,
big devoted fandom that
yeah. I know. I definitely didn't expect it. 'Cause, when it first came out, I got all this love, and I was like, "Wow, this is so exciting!"
were you like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's like the most interesting thing about Outlander. I've never really been obsessed with shows. I always talk about that in my interviews with other Outlander actors, like always bands and music, but not so much shows. But this show has just been like such a positive influence on my life, you know, especially I love the books, I love the show, the people I've met, the actors have been really wonderful, yourself included. And you know, and then I've made all these friends and it's just been this like really positive, fun thing. I guess they kind of call that like the Outlander factor. I know that people say that, right? Yeah, things have come out of that show, whatever, and launched the career of many people. But yeah, it's just been like a really fun, positive experience. And like, I just thank you so much for your character because it really helps when you love books so much and someone comes in and does such a good job, like such a good job and portrays that person in a way in your head, you know, which is hard because everybody has their own mental image of like what that character should be like. But
Yeah.
I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, oh yeah, she totally nailed her. So I'm
Thank you.
excited to see the second half.
I know. I'm so excited, like for everyone to see it, especially because I'm a lot older now. Like I started
Right? Oh, absolutely
11.
right.
I'm now 19, so like
Yes, you are.
I know
You're all
it's
grown up.
I know because I was actually thinking the other day. I was like, it was 8 years ago since I first started filming, and I was like, wow, time goes by so
Yeah, and
fast.
I think like when you're 11 and you're 19, like you changed so much in that time period. So,
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
well, I wish all good things for you.
Thank you so
Oh,
much.
you're welcome. And I appreciate your time so much. It was such a pleasure to talk to you. And I'll keep following you on Instagram and seeing what's going on. And I'm real, like I said, I'm super excited for the second half of seventh
Thank you
season.
so much.
Wow. So, but I hope to see you in some of your movies. So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
know. Hopefully, I think once it's Song of the Selkie is exited its film festival circuit, will hopefully be out to the public.
Yeah,
So,
nice. Yeah, I want to definitely see that. I definitely want to see that. Well, thank you so much. I
no,
wish you all the
thank you.
best. It was so nice to meet you.
It was so nice to meet you as
Oh,
well.
thank you. And thank you so much for your time. And yeah, I'll definitely reach out to your agent, let her know the rest of the details and have a wonderful evening.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you, honey. Have a
Bye.
great night. Bye.
Oop. Exit.